In this chapter we will make character in Unreal Engine and rig it for later implementation in our game. As you remember, in previous chapters we have done that bicycle. We modeled it, rigged, animated and implemented it basically, basic movement. So now we're gonna make character that will sit on that bike. Also, that character gonna be able to walk, run, and all that movement stuff. So I'll start with the modeling, as always. So for now, I will close Unreal Engine 5, and here is my Blender. Of course, if you want to skip modeling part, you totally can. I will put link in the description to the website with the zip file where you can download a FBX file that you will just import to Unreal Engine, and we will make control rig together. Of course, I will show you how to make control rig in Unreal Engine. Okay, so I have blank project. Let's delete that camera and light. We don't want that. And here we have that cube. I want to say you that that character not gonna be like complex or something, because complex characters take a really long time to model. It will be a low poly character, and that kind of character gonna be enough for our game. If you want to see a bit more complex character creation process, then you can go by the link in the description. I will provide you a link. I have done a video before about where I created a bit more complex character. And if you want to jump like that, dive deep into that Blender stuff, then probably you gonna need to search in the internet some tutorials where people creating really complex characters, for example, realistic. Let's start with the cube. I'll go to the front view. So I will not now. I won't now scale it or something. Where when we add skeleton, I will scale it. Okay, so go to the edit mode. By the way, you here see all keys that I'm pressing, and in my case it's shift and dot because I done that binding. In your case probably it will be Control R. Control R, you press and you make a loop cut and hit right mouse button to cancel that moving. And now let's select that part with the X-ray mode, of course, to select everything and delete faces. So here what I'm gonna do, let's turn off X-ray mode, and now with your key binding for the loop cut, let's add one more and make here a loop cut. I'll make a bit more vertices here just to make shape for the face, and here also 2 times loop cut. And now let's generate a mirror modifier. Turn on clipping because we'll need that, and enable X-ray one more time. Okay, and now let's make basic shape for the head, for the face. Yeah, let's say for the head. Here I'll move it a bit. That one, that vertices I'll pull like that. Here like that. I just make shape. Probably it's not gonna be very beautiful because I'm not really artist, but I think if you can spend more time on that making shape, you can get much more beautiful results than I have. Now let's go to the top view. I press 7 on the numpad. Then let's make here a bit moved. Here also. Like that. Let's see what we got. Maybe here we can, scale. Like that. It looks kind of funny now. So let's make shape from the side view also. Like that, maybe here let's modify it a bit. and also here like that. I don't know, I just improvising. Also, let's do it here. Simple things. I mean, similar to what we done here. Now let's select here that, make a bit smaller, and I will save it right now just to not lose my progress. I have directory where I save all meshes. I want here to create new folder. I want here create new folder. Let's name it characters. And that one here, and what I want to do, I'll explain a bit. I will make now like basic shape of the character, and it gonna be kind of template, because later we will make another characters like NPCs in the city and something like that. And of course, in the real games it takes a lot of time to model realistic characters, but I will use the template of the like low poly human, and then just edit the color of clothes, like, and some basic stuff. Just change it a bit and later import to Unreal. So here I want to make the template. Let's say it's gonna be man template. For the woman, it's gonna be another template. Maybe let's move it a bit. And scale. I don't know, I'll fix it. Let's move it also. Just to make something that is looking similar to the head. Maybe we can make that a bit higher. Sorry, a bit longer. Here let's also go to side view, select that vertices and move it. Maybe let's turn on the X-ray mode to see what we have. I can make that like that. Let's see if we can maybe pull it a bit. And here make it around. Something like that. Maybe here, let's move it. That also. Okay. Let's move it. And here, maybe I can also from the front view move it. Sometimes when I model something on video, it looks kind of boring, because I think about how should I do that, that it looks beautiful. So just maybe you can try to come up with something yours, not just repeat, but it's up to you. If you like how I done it, then you can repeat. Maybe also let's move that. No, I don't know. I think it's good. Now let's make neck. Here we have to make some sort of square, but as you see here, it will not look very good for now. So let's tweak it a bit. Okay. Now let's select that face, go to the front view and try to extrude it. Something like that. It's okay, I think. I hope. Now Now maybe we can rotate and scale a bit down. I don't know, it should be like wider. Let's Control Z that. Maybe rotate that, move it, so we have like square, good square. Let's try now. Maybe let's scale on the y-axis. It looks like it next should be smaller, you know. I just try to tweak it to make neck a bit smaller looking. It's a bit more like humanable. I don't know. Okay, we can pull the edges a bit on the y-axis, like that here and here. Maybe I'll make it smaller. And now we can, with all the faces selected, select that. We can extrude it and now make like shoulders. Hit S, Z and 0. Just to not rotate it, and we can just scale it by 0. Here I will move it, just to make it wider. And here I can make shoulders. From the front view, looks good. Let's make the guy a bit bigger. And now we can select that faces and extrude it down. Sorry, extrude it like that. I think it looks good, okay. Just to make it, not make it so long, you know. And here let's add loop cut to also make some shape. Scale it. Oh, sorry, Control Z that. I forgot to turn on X-ray, so I haven't scaled important part of body, the back. And here we can move it. Nice. Let's also make a bit space for the hands later. And here make some shape. What's this here? Oh, okay. I don't know, maybe I duplicated some vertex randomly. Probably don't have it. And now let's extrude and like that. Scale down a bit. No, I not really like that shape. I don't know. Let's fix something. Let's move things. Maybe I have to make that one bigger. Here. Okay. Okay, now let's move a bit hand and now make some loop cuts. Oh, it's too long. I think that one looks good. Like if you, okay, I don't really can compare it because how, and probably just select that and rotate. You don't have to repeat it. I just want to compare with the body size. Probably like that is good. And now I will make loop cut here and scale it up a bit. And then loop cut there, scale it down. I don't know, maybe let's scale this down, scale this up. Not really, but a bit. Okay. Let's go to the top view. Probably we can like that. And now we can move elbow here. I hope it looks like okay. And we can make the same here as x0 to make it vertices looking okay, and it should be like easy to edit them. Let's scale down a bit and now extrude. Extrude like that a bit, not very much. Now let's scale on the y-axis, scale down on the z, like that to make hand. Let's extrude one more time, like that. And now let's make fingers. Probably here I require one more loop cut, just for the thumb later. From that face let's extrude thumb. I will turn off X-ray, go to top view. Extrude it just like that. Here I probably can scale it down. Like that. Okay, and now let's move the bit because from the top view it's not really visible, that it's a bit weird. But now I can see it. So let's fix. Here we can S X and 0. Here is okay. Okay, like that thumb. And here we're gonna make fingers. So to make fingers, here let's use knife tool. Like that, just not to not make very much loop cuts. And like that, so we can extrude 4 fingers. Maybe let's now move a bit that cuts that I done, because probably it's not the very accurate. And now let's select it, and by pressing I mean E, I, okay, that doesn't matter, you see here what I press. And also boundary, but individual. It should be individual. Let's, I don't know, Close it, make one more time, like that. And now I will scale it on the axis. Okay, it looks like that. And now we can select the faces and extrude it. Probably wait a bit, maybe we can first move it a bit. Yeah, like that. And then let's extrude it. 1, 2, it's probably too short. So 1, 2, 3, and now I will fix the okay, like that. The last should be shorter. Okay, now let's scale it down. By the way, Control Z here, individual origins, and now we can comfortably scale that. Let's go to the front. Select all this and scale down. Also here, scale down. Okay. Here's what we got. I want to fix that. No, it looks really weird. So let's move it. Sorry, I don't want to select that. And that middle vertices, we can move it a bit on top. Like that. And also the first vertices, we can move it. Yeah. Like that. So move that, this, just to make some shape. As always in the low poly, we're just trying to make some shape that looks good without so many vertices. Okay, oh, I should make it wider, I think. So let's select it. And deselect the thumb. Now probably let's scale it on the y-axis and scale down like that. So okay, I'm not making the best 3D models, you know. I'm more like Unreal Engine stuff, but I think if you want to be like in the dev, you should definitely know at least how to model things a bit, not in like professionally, but you should have knowledge about that, about modeling. Okay, I don't know, I just don't like it. Maybe it should be wider. I have done it wider, but maybe a bit more. Okay, and also let's make the thumb smaller, but because if you take a look at your hand, thumb should be smaller than right now. What do you get? Oh, sorry, I selected the wrong vertex. Like that, and it looks a bit more similar to our hand, our fingers. Here also, let's move it. So I just looking at my hand and trying to compare. Okay, something like that. Okay, maybe let's just get the top and rotate it a bit, move it a bit, like that. Let's lift it like that. When we will rig that and with all animations, it will look much better. Because it's really complex to make good looking hand, at least for me. Okay, fine. And let's finally make a few edits, edit a bit model. Yeah, make that part a bit not that wide. And here also I take the closer look to the hand. And I think what I have enabled, sorry. Yeah, here's select box. And here we can move that part. Also here rotate, move it, and it will look a bit more nicer. Also maybe we can move that a bit. Okay, and now it looks pretty nice, the body. Just you can tweak it a bit, edit some details, like do how you like. I'm pretty much sure that you can make model better than me. Very beautiful. And now to be ready to make legs, let's also here add extrusion. So I enable X-ray mode, as always, extrude, one time, S, O, Z, and 0. And here I can move it a bit maybe. And also move it here and there. Let's look. Let's see. Okay, maybe like that. No. Okay, it's I think nice. And I think we're ready to make some legs. And before, let's give a bit more space here, so, because we will extrude that thing to make leg. I think we just have to give a bit more space. Move it there. Here, move that vertices to give more space for the future leg. Yes, and now I think, let's try to extrude it and make leg. So here we got, I just want to make it a bit longer, like that. So it's gonna be cycler. That character will mostly ride on bicycles, so we should give him long legs. Not so long, but I think that way it's good. And let's use the similar technique to the hands. So we add one loop cut here, or maybe let's just move it a bit. And here let's add another loop cut. And in the first First loop cut, select it with the Alt key, so we select all around the leg, and that one I can scale down, but that one I can scale up a bit, and it just looks like a low poly character. Mostly low poly characters in games you see. Probably you played online games with the low poly character, and most of them are modeled in the similar technique. And let's add a bit shape on the back, because as you see it looks bad. Also I should give a bit more shape in the forwards. Okay, let's start from here. Just take a look and it's too flat. Okay, so maybe here. And also on the back. I want also to select this. Okay. Maybe here I gave too much. Okay, I think it's pretty much okay. Here, just here. I don't like it. Okay. I just experiment with this. What looks nicer. Now legs are basically too big. Sorry. I want to select that two vertices and move it. Like that. So here gonna be a lot of stretching later when we will rig it. For example, in the run animation or pedal cycling animation. I mean pedal rotating animation. I don't know what, but something is not good. I missed something, I think. Maybe here let's scale it down. Should be smaller. Maybe pull that part. I go to the side view. Maybe just pull a bit that part forward. Sorry. Like that. And like this. And what is left for us is basically foot. So for the foot, let's select the face, extrude it just a bit, not too much. Then we can move a bit that vertices, and also now I want to make it a bit longer, so let me move it on the z-axis and move that. Okay, and from that we can just extrude. Not make it too long, because too long fit's gonna look a bit weird. Like that. Just for better stretching later. We can give here loop cut and move those. Okay. And also here we can move it. Oh no, let's make it that direction. Also add here loop cut and move it the y direction, then scale it. Okay, I think it looks okay. I maybe we can just move it a bit here. And also maybe here. So move it. And if I take a look here, it looks interesting. Maybe let's just select here loop, move it a bit down, so to give space for the eyes. For the eyes. So here inset that face, scale down a bit. So now I don't know, is it good for the eye, because we don't have color, and without color it's hard to judge. But if I look here, no, it looks creepy. But we should have some eyes. Maybe the tools should be not that much. Okay, I think with another interesting items, the head like cap, it will look nicer. And now finally what I want to do for the template, and then go make another document with the character, with the main character of game. From the template is I want to add the skeleton, Unreal Engine 5 skeleton. Before that, let's go here. As you see, sizes are a bit tremendous, and let's also go to forward view, move it a bit. So here it should be origin. Let's set origin to the 3D cursor. And now if we scale it down, it scales good. So dimensions should be on the z-axis. The height of the Unreal Engine default skeleton, I don't really remember, but it is around 1.6. So let's scale to 1.6. And now let's also move it like that. And now we can just add the Unreal Engine skeleton and see what we got. As always, I will use that one add-on. I will leave link in the description. So that add-on will just allow us to add Unreal Engine skeleton to the Blender quickly, without copying and pasting all bone names. You can download it free, so download it and go ahead. So here I installed that add-on. If you don't know how to install add-on, you should install the zip file from the that website that I showed you, and in the preferences, add-ons, and here install from disk, and you just search where you have your add-on and install it. It's not hard. Okay, and you're gonna have here the game rig tool. As you press N, so select Unreal 5 menu and initiate mannequin. So here you got that scary thing. So let's hide everything but not the deform. And oh no, sorry. First thing is, let's go to object mode, and now we can hide something and adjust size. So the front view, just adjust the size, because as you remember, when I modeled bicycle, then I compared the size of bicycle to the size of Unreal skeleton, so to have some similar sizes, so bicycle is not too big. I think it's good. Hands should be a bit less, I think. Let's just here go to pose, and the pose I can rotate. No, here I can't. I can see tweak, and in the tweak, the pose, I can rotate it. What? Oh, here. I can rotate it. So character should be a bit smaller, just a bit, like that. I can't. Okay, it's good. And hands should be a bit less long. Oh no, let's see here. If we rotate it in pose mode, you see, no, it's perfectly fine. But if you have hands like a bit longer than it should be, you can scale it down. Okay, fine. So now let's go to the object mode. Oh, no, let's go to pose mode, because all in all we have to tweak that bones, that one in tweak, and make it like our character stance. And now we have to just adjust that bones to our mesh. So in tweak you have all tools that you need. You can also here enable joint tweak and fingers tweak, so you can move it. Let's see what we got with legs. I made loop cut around here, like that. Just adjust bones. Okay, the more complex stuff is with the hands, because we have 5 fingers. Here, let's move it. Or, I don't know, just select it. Oh yeah, like that, move it to the shoulder. And that one we can move here to the elbow. Here, let's move. And now, oh, we have all that joints that we have to tweak. So tweak it, just it looks similar to our hand. No, I want to rotate it in another way. I can do it manually, but I don't really want. And make the same with the another fingers. Just move, rotate, scale, and do whatever you want. Just it looks roughly similar to the finger you model it. Of course, everything that you make on the left side, it will copy on the everything what you done on the right side will copy to the left side. So don't worry about that. Here it's a bit wrong. I can see from the top view. Oh yes, from the top view it looks better. Okay, and the last is thumb. It's a bit easier, like that. Also, always check from the other directions how it looks like, because as you see now, sometimes we have to adjust it also. Okay, I think it looks okay. I adjusted bones, and now I can hit apply rig here. Applied it. So basically what it's doing, it's copied the rotation, scale, and all of the transform stuff from the twig, armature to the deform and Unreal. So now we can hide Unreal and twig and have only deform, because it's what we're interested in. Now I will make a new empty file, Blender file, and import that mesh and armature, and then weight paint it, add some colors. So here in the directory is the character mesh that I saved before. I will create new folder, name it like name of the character. I will name she Johnny. I don't know. Johnny, it's gonna be main delivery guy, gonna deliver all the stuff in our game on the bicycle. And I will just copy with Ctrl C and paste here with Ctrl D and rename it to the Johnny blend. And now we can just drag it to Blender and open it. Save, okay. And here we have copy. That copies are not linked in any way, so you can make whatever you want here. Okay, so now here, before parenting and weight painting and applying mirror modifier, here I want to create one more thing, one more item. It's gonna be a cap for the character. Let's now hide. Maybe we can do that with the add-on. So just hide the form. And I want to make cap and also add some materials, add color. Okay, so now let's start from head. Sorry, from cap, not from head. Go to edit mode here. I just think about it, and I think in that character we can put eye on that face. So to fix that, now let's select that instead that I done before, delete faces. Now select these edges, hit F to fill it, set with the Alt, and now let's move it like that. And also let's move it a bit here, add loop cut. Yeah, and now it's gonna be fine. I hope that it looks good. So take it like that. Now let's select the face, inset like that, scale down a bit. Now let's delete that cap, and I will make it one more time. And now let's, with the X-ray mode, the same. Duplicate, right mouse button, and separate by selection after F3. Okay, let's look. Let's see, set origin to the 3D cursor, because I didn't move the 3D cursor anyway. Maybe no smaller, like that. Yeah, and now we should just add a bit more shape, and it's gonna be cool head. Sorry, cap, not head. I always say head, not cap. here we can extrude it. Oh, no, let's extrude it only in y-axis, like that, then sy0, or we can just rotate it but just a bit on the z-axis, like that, because it was too much. Okay, nice head. We can add the solidify modifier. Just it is not so flat. Maybe like this. Like this, I think it's enough. Maybe that we can just move it. And it looks good, I think. Let's just quickly check face orientation, so we don't have mistakes like we have with the bicycle. Not we, but I have. Okay. And also here, move it a bit. Okay, I think it's good. Let's disable that face orientation. Now I can apply modifier. Also, sorry, not. We first should apply mirror modifier, then solidify modifier. Now let's. I don't want to apply modifier now, mirror, because I want to add materials first, and after I add materials, I can apply modifier. So now let's give some colors. Let's start by going to the material tab. Here we have our basic material. We can go to material preview tab. Here, click, as you see. And let's go to the edit mode. And now we'll start. The basic, we can just edit that material, as you see, if I change color. The basic color gonna be something like, yeah, like body color, skin color. And eye color should be black. Not should be, but I'll do it black. Let's rename it to the not body but skin. Then add another material. Here let's I will not go to shading view because there won't be some complex material like metallic or something. I mean, I can here set metallic and it's not some complicated stuff, but here it's more than easy because I just add some colors, basic colors. Okay, material, it's black, white, our eye. Then let's make like t-shirt. Let's enable X-ray. Select that. Maybe no, here no. Here should be pants with another color. Here also it should be skin color. And now let's add new material. I will later rename it and make bluish like you saw on the preview of that video. Assign. It's similar to what you see on the preview to video. Let's leave it like that. Let's also rename it. Let's say t-shirt. Eye skin. And I don't like this that one skin color. It just looking too yellow. I don't know. Or okay, let me just show. Let me just search in the internet what that color should be like. I found in one palette color, X color like that. Okay, now pants. For the pants, I don't know, maybe I just should tweak it a little bit. Just see it's not what I need. SZ, like that. It will look better. Go to front view and now we can easily select it. Yep. Let's add new material. Make it dark blue, like you also saw on the preview to that video, I think. No, it should be more like that or something. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, oh, I like that. And for the foods, I gonna have some shoe, just default shoe with the brown color. I should add new material, new, and it's gonna be brown like that. Yeah, I think I like that color. So here it's shoe. So it's shoe. That one it's pants. Okay. And now we just have to add color for the head. Sorry, cap. Go to materials, and here I also have the default one. I don't want to use that. Add new material. Let's name it cap, and make it, maybe let's make it yellow. I don't know. Or red. I don't know. Every color for the head looks good. So let's left orange. Okay, okay, it seems pretty nice. Let's now apply modifier. And here I don't have any modifiers, so let's join it. And body. And let's set origin to the geometry. So it's in the center of the vertices. Let's say like that. So now here I want to show the form. Select the form. No, first select body, then select the deform skeleton, and now hit Ctrl P and with automatic weights. So what I done is I parented that skeletons. So now I can go to pose mode with skeleton selected and like move it. Here let's just quickly check if it's pretty much okay. I don't really like to love weight painting and stuff, so I hope automatic weights works good. We can rotate it, we can make all bunch of interesting stuff. And now, because the one armature that will be imported to the Unreal is that one Unreal, not the deform, we have to unparent now our body, because we parented it just to add automatic weight paints. So here Ctrl P, so not Ctrl P, Alt P, clear parent, and now hide the form, show Unreal, then select body, select Unreal, skeleton, Ctrl P, and armature deform, like that. And we just parented our body to the root of the Unreal skeleton. So now what we can do is we can import it to the Unreal Engine. Sorry, not import, just export. Yeah, select all of that, what you see, go to export FBX, and here in directory that you want, is here check selected objects, because you just selected the objects that you need. And here you don't have to change anything, just uncheck add live bones and uncheck animation, because we don't have animation, and live bones we don't want to add that because we have complete Unreal Engine armature here exposed. So export FBX, and now let's go to Unreal Engine. As you see, I have done some landscape just to test things. You don't have to do that when we will make the level all that world. I will show you all the tools, how to use it, so don't care about it for now. Create character folder, then here in the character let's add or no, let's add not characters, just characters, because we're gonna have a lot of characters. I don't know And here, new folder, let's name it Johnny. So drag your model that you download from the link in the description, or model it by yourself, doesn't matter. Here you're gonna have something like that. And now wait a bit, not click on anything. I want to show you one important thing. By default, you're gonna have here compute normals. And if you're gonna import all, then see what we got. Here it's tried to, the Unreal Engine tried to smooth over all edges, you know. And in our case, we have low poly character and we don't want that, so I'm gonna, and let me show you what I have to do. So here, go to advanced, and in the advanced, in the normal, import normals, select import normals. So here we just export normals from the Blender, I mean from the Armature, and not compute anything by new. Here let's quickly add materials from the capital materials folder and put all materials here, smooth here. And now let's see what we got. We have nice looking low poly character Johnny. Nice. We can grab some bone, rotate it. Wow, perfect, just perfect. So as we exported our model to the Unreal Engine, we want to make one important thing. And that one important thing is control rig. So control rig gonna allow us to easily manipulate model, our 3D model with the skeleton. So by that I mean we will make controls, and with that controls we can simply move parts of body of our character, and then when we will implement character on bicycle, it will help us a lot. So we can just set location of, for example, leg control or hand control, and leg gonna just stand on the pedal, for example, because you see we have a whole lot of bones, and it is not really good idea to set all the transform stuff just directly to every bone, because we have a lot of bones. So with that task, control rig gonna help us a lot. So here, right click on the skeletal mesh, go to create and control rig. If you never created control rig before, don't worry, I will try to explain you why I doing some things and why I'm not doing something. Okay, let's rename it to the just character, just CR character, because we have default Unreal Engine 5 skeleton, and that control rig gonna work for all characters that we will create. And by the way, if you ever worked with the third-person character template, you saw that they also got control rig. Just control rig for the default skeletal, skeleton, the same as we have. And I don't want to use that because it don't have inverse kinematics. You will see later what I mean by that. It's the first thing. And the second, I want you to understand how control rig works. And just if I will show you a blueprint of the default third-person character control rig, you will probably not understand anything, because that control rig have lots of nodes, lots of everything, and it's just hard to understand. And in our case, if you just want to make some not really complicated stuff, for example, move characters to align to the bicycle or something, then I think it's better to make it ourselves. Okay, so here we have it. If you never used control rig, go here to rig hierarchy. Here you have all your bones from the root, and what we can do is we can click here, for example, let's start from the root and create new new control. Here we created new control. So that control we can move. Let me show you. We can move it, we can rotate it, we can make anything. And by the way, if you move it or rotate or done something and then click compile, it will stay on the default place. And also let's go to here unparent. Why? Because all controls should have its like own directory. It should not be parented to the bones, because it will just make weird things. If you want, you can test and you'll see. And here, here on the right side, you see that panel, and you can just modify your controls when you select it. So here, let's go to shape properties, and in the shape, let's choose, for example, hexagon tick. You can choose really whatever you want. For example, circle, you also can, but I like hexagon for that central things. And you can increase scale like that. Let's say it's 9. Fine. Or maybe for the root, let's make 10. Okay, and let's also change color. Mostly for the right side, for example, for the right hand, color is gonna be red. For the left things, left hand, left leg, and all of that, it will be blue. And for the center, you can pretty much choose it. I like to choose yellow color for the center. And also let's go here and drag it here so we can later easily access the same color. Just do not choose some different color. Okay, and as you see, if I will move it, it will do nothing because we didn't configure it. So our root not follow control. So here we come to that section. So now what you can do is you can drag root here and go to set bone. So here we can just set some properties. In our case, we're mostly interested in the value because we can here set transform of the bone. Here you can drag your control, get control, and here you just get transform, and you can pin it here. Then let's execute, compile and save, and let's see what is happening. If you move it, your character will also move. Fine. Now let's do the same with the pelvis. Of course, we will not do it for the like every bone, just for the main ones, and then for the legs, hands, and fingers. It's important in our case to do it for fingers because later when we will make bicycle, fingers should have some controls. So in pelvis, go to new control. It also parented it here. So here search it and unparent. Then you can just parent it to the root control. And now let's select the same color. So here you can just click here to your saved yellow color or whatever color you have. And in the shape, let's also choose hexagon tick. Here we have it. Let's increase size maybe to 6. And by the way, you see it's wrongly rotated, so we can just change rotation. In our case, it's gonna be 90. And as you probably understand, if I do something, we will not get anything because we have to here set transform. So in the similar way, pelvis, set bone, then pelvis control, not set control, sorry, get control, and here drag transform, compile and save. And if you move it, pelvis is gonna move, and it's also parented, as you see. So if I move it here and it's here, as you see, it's parented. Okay, fine. So now let's create controls for that. all that bones. Before doing that, let's add the new node, sequence node. What sequence do is just allow us to not make the very big line of nodes, and we can just, for example, manage it in that way that like the first is gonna be root and pelvis, then we're gonna have from spine to the head, like big line of the controls, then we're gonna have like C is I don't know, left hand, then the right hand, and then something. Okay, I hope you understand the idea of the sequence node. It's not hard, just to keep things more organized. So here with the shift, you can select from the spine to head, and let's right click new. Before you're gonna press, hold Alt K, and with holding Alt key, click here to add controls. And here you will be able to select hierarchy, add suffix, CTRL, and then add. So you have here your hierarchy. Let's also make the same color, yellow, then rotate on the 90 degrees, and then add, let's say it's gonna be circle tick, and also scale it up, maybe to 4. Okay, now we're gonna fix a bit the scales. Okay, so here scale is okay, here also, here we have to give it a bit more, 5 here also. Here I think we can just move it. So here we just move the control, not actual bones here. The bones are not affected here. We just set the location of the shape, and also scale it up to 5. As you compile, it not moves. But here, as you see, origin is on the original position. Here, let's scale it maybe 2, maybe 3. Here is also 3. So here 3. And head gonna also be smaller, maybe 2, no, 3. 3 is fine. Okay, and now we have to configure it the same way, but before it, let's parent it to the pelvis. Sorry, we have to parent only spine. And here we have the hierarchy. And now to not make everything manually, we can just select and drag it here and go to set control. Oh no, sorry, not set control, get control. Firstly we get control and then we set bones. So here select it and set bone. So we set a bone, and here we just have to connect everything. Spine to spine, spine 02 to spine 02, and just you get the idea, it's kind of manual process for now. So here we have, let's compile. Wow, interesting. I make something wrong. I'll probably have to connect it. Something is wrong. Let's see. I don't know if it happened to you also, but what I have done is I just have deleted everything and created new. I really don't know what was happening. I just delete it and create the same as I showed you before. Select all of it, and with the Alt key, create new hierarchy, then reconnect it, and like now it looks fine. I don't know what really happened. But okay, I hope you didn't get the same error as I mean issue rather than error. Okay, and here, yeah, I have to make good color because I have recreated. And now let's one more time scale it. 3. Here scales are okay, I think. Yeah, okay, and as you see, we can modify it. I have big interface, just you can see it, so it's hard for me, but you see, we can rotate it, we can move it. And now in the hierarchy we have, let me see, clavicle. So now let's create control for the clavicle. Create new control. Here, no. Here I have it. Unparent. And clavicle is the child of the, let me see, spine 05. So I can parent it. And because clavicle is left right now, not like center, then I gonna color it blue. And here let's save blue color that I use it. And now let's add new pin. So here we can get control and set it to the clavicle. Oh, sorry, to the left clavicle. I just read. I hope everything is okay. I don't know why. No, it's not red anymore. Okay, and now we can change it. I personally like to use here quarter circle tick. Let me scale it up and you'll see what is it. So here we got it, and we can rotate. I think it's a good shape of the control in that case. Okay, and now we will do more interesting thing, is inverse kinematics control for the hand. Let me add new node, basic IK. If you don't know what is IK, then it is really better to watch some tutorial about it, big tutorial, but with the simple words. Here, for example, you have forward kinematics. So when I rotate it, you see all of hierarchy is rotating also, and the same will gonna happen if I will move it. In case of inverse kinematics, we move only one control, and it calculates location of the bones, and it looks really fine. Let me just show you what I mean. So here in the basic IK, as you see, we have that hierarchy. So upper arm, then lower arm, then it's not really matter, twist, bones, and after that we have hand. And after that, in the hand we have all the fingers, but we are now interested in upper arm, lower arm, and hand. So here we specify a item, B, and effector. So effector is gonna be hand, because here we're gonna have where hand is located, we're gonna have control. So here upper arm left, here lower arm left, and here hand left. And now we have to specify effector transform. So we can just create here in the hand new control. Here we have it. We can unparent it, and just let's parent it to the root. Why? Because it's in our kinematics control, so we don't have to parent it to the same hierarchy as I do with the spine. And now let's change it to the, I don't know, let's say box tick. Have that box, and here let's get control and pass transform to the effector. If I move it, you see nothing is happening. Okay. The first thing is I have to execute it, but it's not the only problem that we have. Here you see our hand is just a bit weirdly rotated in the elbow. So what we have to do is pass pole vector. Pole vector is just the direction where that elbow should look in. So let's go to the lower arm left. Here we have that bone and create control. Let's unparent it. And here we can move it. Just move it in that direction. So it's like elbow should point in direction of that control. You see? Here let's change the color to blue. Here also we can make, for example, pyramid. Okay, and rotate it on the z-axis on the 90 degree. And also what we can do is right click and set transfer from the current, because if we will not do it, then after compiling it's gonna move to the elbow. So we have to edit that initial position. Okay, and here we can drag it, get control, and from the transform all we want is translation. So pass it to the pull vector, and here also change the location, because direction means normalized vector. And here, as you see, where things happened, it happens because we didn't specify properly primary and secondary axis. If you go to skeleton, you can see here axis. Primary axis is gonna be x-axis, so here we have 1 already, and y is gonna be secondary. But we have to negate it, because it is looking on the other direction. So as you see, we have everything working, and if I will move it, then see what we got. We have hand moving. We don't move any bones, just the hand control, inverse kinematic control. If I will rotate it, our hand gonna rotate, but later we also will make finger controls. And here also let's rename that lower arm control, because in fact it's point where something is pointing, so PV. And let's also parent it to the root. So if we move root, then everything should move also. And now we want to copy the same functionality to the right side. Unreal have that mirror thing, but it works wrongly a bit. It's a bit buggy, so it's easier for us to make it the same from scratch because we know how to do that. So close the clavicle R, open the clavicle R, and here new control, unparented. Move to the spine 0.5, the same as with the left, and it should be red, but also let's save that color just in case. Okay, and let's select the same quarter circle tick, and what I have here 4, and let's say here the same 4. Oh, and we have to rotate it also. Not like that. Let's go R. I have to rotate it on the z-axis. So 180. Nice. Now we have to add controls for the lower arm and for the hand. We don't have to, by the way, press Alt key in that case. So let's pass here to the root control lower arm and unparent, also pass to root control. Lower arm is gonna be offset. Let's copy that offset. No, it's rotator, sorry. Location. Yeah, we have to negate it. Okay, and now let's set offset transform from the current, then change it to the pyramid tick, and it's red. Okay. And now we just have to rotate it. -90. No, on the -90. Okay. Here we have it, and the same as the hand. Select box tick, and it's gonna be red. So I think we created all controls. Now we just have to configure it in the blueprint. So copy from the previous, paste it here. Let's add a pin for the sequence. I have very small, so let me. Here clavicle R, just change from the left to right. And here it's, sorry, not that, just lower arm, R. We don't see it. Maybe I should compile it. Yeah, I should compile it, and now I see it. And here also upper arm right, lower arm right, and hand right. Also here we have to change axis, because as you see we have wrong a bit, so we have to negate it. Just -1 and here 1, as we done in the most cases when copying to the other side. Just negate it. And now, as you see, I can move it. Okay, nice. We have that big blueprint. It's gonna become bigger now. And now we have to make similar things just for the legs. So in case of legs, here we have that hierarchy. We have thigh, calf, foot, and ball. We're not really interested in ball right now. So let's create controls for the calf and for the foot, and let's also make it for the left side at the same time. So here, new add controls, hold Alt key, and we created the controls. So for the calf, I will rename it to the PV, because Pole Vector, and it's also PV. Then let's parent it to the root. Yeah, here we have, of course, for the left, here we will change the color to the blue. And also let's change the shape. So let's select pole vectors and make the same pyramid tick as we made it before. Now let's move it. Oh, it's going on the wrong direction, so let's move first calf R, then copy the location, and then go to left, paste that location, but without minus. And then let's just rotate it on the z-axis 90. Maybe let's put it like that, and it's -90. Okay, fine. And let's modify foot controls. So here we're gonna select box tick and scale it up. So now we can make the similar thing like we done for the hands with the basic inverse kinematics node. But before we have to, yeah, so I added new pin. Let's drag it here, basic IK. So let's move it down a bit. Probably I have to add some comments just to separate code. Like here is root, I don't know, here spine. Here is left or right? Left hand. It's right hand space right hand, and here it's gonna be leg. Okay, we'll start from left. So here, as you might guess, we start from the thigh L, then calf L, sorry, and then foot L. Sorry, not foot, just foot L. Yes, and here I have to pass effector. In our case, it's gonna be foot L control. So get control, pass the effector. Then I have to pass pole vector. So pole vector is that one, control. Pass just the translation. If I compile it, okay. If I compile it, it's okay. What is happening? Oh yeah, I forgot to set initial transform from the current. Sorry. So let's make it one more time. I just forgot. So here I had like 40, here also 40, but here it's minus 40, and here it's minus 90, and on the left it's just 90. And now I can hit right mouse button and set offset from the current. Here the same, set offset from the current, and as I compile, it's okay. And probably, yeah, I have to rotate it in the other direction, so it points to the leg. So let's make the same. I rotated by 190, and now I can do it. But something is wrong. Probably is because of the primary and secondary axis. And here also, look, you should specify location, not the direction. So in not that case, let's see what primary and secondary axis we have. So calf F. Here we have minus x, yes, because x is reversed. Okay, let's check if it's working. Yes, if I move the pole vector, it's also working okay. So now let's just comment that section also. Let's name it left leg. Make the duplicate. It's a duplicate of everything. I can grab it. Why it's that strange color after I duplicated it, okay. So here it's just changed to the right. So calf right and foot right. And here negate values. Also p calf right and foot R control. Compound save. Then let's I have to make new pin. I have that big blueprint. And let's make comment, it's right leg, not leg. Yeah, as you see, we created basic controls. Now what is left for us, and by the way, I can rotate it, let me show you. I can rotate it. What is left for us is to make finger controls. It's really important in case of our game. Okay, so for me it's already another day because I tried to make the fingers and it's a bit hard. I personally don't like to struggle with all that rotation and shapes in the control rig, but we have to do that, and you'll see now why it's a bit hard, mostly because Unreal Engine is my favorite engine. Okay, so without so many words, let's go here to the let's start from the right hand because I look on the right hand. Right hand, it's left, so we're not interested. Oh no, it's right, sorry. Yeah. So select pinky with holding control, then ring, middle, index, and thumb. Here we're not interested in, we'll just select from the first. Okay, and the same what we done. New add controls for selected. Here we have it. Let's parent it to the hand right, and let's change the shape to the arrow solid. Then let's scale down because as you see it's a bit too much. And also let's rotate those shapes. So we can do here 90 and also on the z-axis, let's say 90 also. And it basically started with said to you, like I put here value 90 and it set it to some random value. I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it really. If you have something like that, I really not found a way to fix that. Probably I just have to change version of Unreal Engine editor. But we just have to in some way set that rotation. Like you see, I put 90 and I got 0. So let's zero it out once more. Maybe let's try like that from 0. Oh, nice. It's minus 90 and here is 90. Okay, and I won't touch it anymore because I don't want that value to change in some chaotic way. I really hope that Unreal Engine, that guys in Epic Games will fix that, will do something with it. And here we can move it a bit on top. So here select world space, move on top, and now you can put component space, or not component, it's like local space. Okay, and here set transform from the current. Compile and save. Okay, probably that one we can just move it. So like that, and set transform from the current. Okay, it's not rotated, but if you want, you can try like like how I do the same with what I do, spend a few hours on rotating it, but I not recommend you. Let's leave it like that, because that is just a shape. It will not really affect the final result. Maybe rotation of that arrow is not very beautiful, but it will work the same. Like so. Okay, and here what we don't have, we don't want to get the all rotation and all transformation of the control. Just here in the value type we can select float. Float. In my case it's X. In your case maybe good X is gonna be Y or Z. So I don't know what in your case, but in my case, as you see, x-axis is good. We should just get that x-axis, that point in direction of the finger. But here, as you see, our arrow is pointing in that direction, like forward and out the finger, and that line is pointing to the head in other direction. So we have to fix that. And the same on the thumb, as you see on every finger. So to fix it, let's switch back to the Euler transform. Then in the current, I changed to 180 rotation. No, wait. Maybe it's not the z-axis, it's probably y-axis. Yes, it's y-axis. And here I can just negate that 90. So as always, I get some weird results, but it will work. Okay, it will work. So set transform from the current. And okay, if I now select everything and here go to float and x, it's pointing properly, pretty much, like it's pointing okay. And we can leave it like that and check what results we're gonna get. We can change that length of that line because it's too long. So here in max we can change it like for 15 maybe. Let's leave it as 15 for now. Probably maybe like 10. Okay, maybe we'll change it. And as you probably understand, what we just will do is move it like that. And as we move it, our finger gonna change rotation. So as further we move it, as harder finger is rotated. So now we have to in some way do it in our graph. So when we move it, then fingers are rotating, moving. So to achieve that, we could potentially, let me resize it. We could potentially use the similar technique to what we done here. Like it's a bit more, it's a bit more complicated scheme than that, than here, where we just get transform and set transform. It's gonna be more complicated, but we could potentially do the same way. But let's do it in another way. So we will, instead of just copying, make an array and then just iterate it with the loop. Okay. So the first thing is, let's create an array of the bones. So here on the right side, let's select pinky one, ring one, so the same bones that we selected earlier. And no, let's now don't touch thumb because it will work a bit in another way. So let's drag it here and create item array. Here we have it. And now let's make for each loop for that. Now we can connect it to our structure or sequence. So here we're able to get element, and inside element we have like name and all of interesting stuff that we need. From here we can get children. By getting children we will also include parent and recursive. We will get just that bones, so we can rotate it. And having that array of elements, we can call distribute rotation. Distribute rotation. Let's add here rotation. Here we now will adjust value a bit, but before that, here let's connect. So let's for a second don't touch it. Before that, let's open it here, and here we have name of the bone. So it's the bone like pinky one underscore r. And we have also our control. So the difference between name is that control just have that ctrl on the end. So we can get name and concatenate. Concat with the, here let's just copy it and not make some typos. Ctrl. And from here we can get control float, because earlier we specified that correct controls have float value, and from here we just have that, we can just get that length, like, and that value we're gonna pass to weight. So the weight is from 0 to 1. So to get this from 0 to 1, we have to just divide the current float value by the maximum value. So here connected and connected here. So if we now try to do something, let's compile it. Nothing will happen, as you see. But if I will, let's here change the distribute rotation. So here you can just check what value for you is the best. For example, as you see, X is not really working. It's kind of wrong thing, not in direction that you want. If we take Y, let's see, it's also not really what we want. Let's see what Z will gonna give us. Z, it's kind of fine, but we just have to negate it. So let's say minus 100. Here we just specify the maximum rotation, maybe minus 200. Oh no, it's more than 180. So let's say like that. Okay. Wait, oh, no, maybe it's too much because as you see, if let's rotate it all the way to the maximum value and now check what value is the best. So 60, 70, I think 70 it's gonna be maximum. So we can rotate it like that. And we can do it with the all fingers, just not with the thumb. So, okay. Let's check that all the fingers, because as you see we have that interesting direction. Like it's a bit, yeah, on some fingers. But okay, we can leave it like that, I think. When we will make when we will adjust that control rig for the bicycle, probably I will fix it, but we will see if it's really visible on in our case with the bicycle. If not, then we will not touch it. Okay, and now we have to make it the same with thumb, because if here I add item, it's bone and thumb 01R. Here, compile and save. Then let's try. And as you see, it's a bit wrongly. So we just have to move it down a bit. So let's delete array element, compile and save, and make the similar stuff but for the thumb. So here let's copy that, copy and here paste, and after its loop is completed, then we can execute this, and let's make something like that. Probably not the most beautiful blueprint, but whatever. Okay, here in get children we will just make the array. Here thumb, drag and create item array. So connect to the items. I have some warning. Let's wait a second. I will fix it. And here we don't have to concat anything. We just get thumb, get control, and here float value and maximum. And here distribute. Yeah, I have already what I need. I have connected item array. What do I have? Oh, okay, I just compiled it and warning is gone. So if I move, now it's not changing, but let's say I increase. Oh, it's too much. Let's say I increase z-axis, for example, 40. No, we have to negate it like that. If it's too much, then let's make it minus 50, like that. I want to make that window a bit larger so I can see everything what is happening here. And if I move it, as you see, it looks okay. Fine. Now we will do the same thing just for the right. Sorry, not for the right, for the left hand. So now let's maybe move it a bit, and then I will add a comment to that section of code. Let's name it right hand fingers. Fingers. And now let's add the similar controls, but for the left hand. So the same as we done, just now go to the hand left, select index, middle, thumb. It has another order, but it doesn't matter. Pinky and ring. And new add control sockets, and controls for selected, sorry. Parent it to the left hand, and let's change the color to the blue. I have here my saved color. Here select the same arrow solid, then what scale I have here. Let's just copy that, and here we can select everything and just place it. Okay, and here let's rotate it. Firstly, let's rotate on the z-axis. It's 90, and then on the x-axis probably. No, maybe it's here. Okay, it looks as it should be. And now, as we done before with the world location, move it on top, and then the offset transform from current. And when we compile, nothing will reset. Okay, now if I do float, oh, on the left side I already have correct direction, so I don't have to make that manipulations when 180 degrees like I done on the right side. Okay, so we have to change it maximum value to the 10 like we done on the right side, and let's just copy that probably and paste it here. We will just change everything to work with the right, and gonna be left. Oh, it's too bright, I don't want that. Okay, let me delete, and I will create new comment. Yes, left hand fingers. It's also too white, I don't know why. Okay, if I do it like that, it's strange. Okay, later. For now, we just have to configure it to work with the left fingers. So pinky left, then ring 01, ring 01 left, then middle 01 left, and index 01 left. Then we execute the for each loop. Here is the same things. Probably here we have to change the rotation, but we'll see. Wait a moment, we'll see. Here thumb 01L, thumb 02L, and thumb 03L. And here the same, we will see. Wait, here also control. We should change it to the thumb 01L. Can compile. Now it's connected to our sequence. And if I will move it, I don't have to change rotation here. I just thought probably we're gonna have to negate it, like we always do when we copy things from left to right. And for the thumb is working. Awesome. Okay. Okay, it was pretty long chapter today. I hope you learned something. I'm pretty much sure you learned something because there was a lot of information today. Okay, control save. I want to close it. Yeah. So today we done really a lot. In the next chapter, I think we will add character on top of the bicycle, and the character gonna rotate that pedals and that steering. So don't forget to hit like button and probably subscribe on the channel if you like series, and see you in the next episode.